a slasher bash. Slasher bash. Slasher bash.
Let's do this, bitch. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Slasher Bash, the podcast where we talk about horror franchises and dissect them film by film.
Nice.
You like that? Dissect? I'm your host, Madison, here with my co-host, Benjamin. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
If you're listening, you know we just wrapped up Scream, followed by Ready or Not, and we are on a Samara Weaving kick now, so we are moving into The Babysitter.
We just like go by the edge of our seat on this show.
We really do. We have several recordings of unfinished franchises that we need to wrap up. But
when we started this, we were like, we'll just do franchises. And then it's like, will we get sick of this? Will we get sick of watching the same series?
What's
for that
funny
many
is
movies?
we basically decided to do The Babysitter instead because we both caught the hots for Samara Weaving. But then watching The Babysitter, I was like, am I going to get sick of Samara Weaving movies now?
Oh, no. Well, there's only one left, really.
Exactly. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. And they're pretty easily consumable movies.
Yeah, I think it was like an hour and 25 minutes.
I was like looking up her IMDb. She's an actress that's sort of fallen out of my. There's a Venn diagram of all the movies that I watch. She's somehow not in it. Like I haven't seen a lot of her movies is my point of this. But I see a lot of movies, so it's very weird that I like missed hers. Like the only movie I've really seen her in is Ready or Ready or Not.
What about Babylon?
You know? She's not in that.
Yeah, she is.
Who is she?
She is, remember when Margot Robbie gets like her first acting role in the silent picture and she has to cry? She's like the prude lady who like keeps storming in and like hates the character. She's a silent actress.
Really?
Yeah.
But they look so much alike.
I know.
That
a great
had to
scene.
be confusing.
I'm sure it was. And then she's also...
I missed that. I swear I looked at her IMDb and I was like, and I didn't see that. That's crazy.
My favorite thing that she's in that I've watched more times than I can count is Hollywood. Have you seen that? Ryan Murphy show?
Hollywood? No, it looked bad. And I don't mean it looked bad as in the story. It just like visually looked bad, I thought.
Because it was a Netflix show?
It was like I don't know what's going on with Netflix.
I think,
Why can't we make things look good anymore?
I wrote down a note last night and I was like, is the problem with Netflix that they don't shell out bucks for cinematographers?
I think they want all their shows to look the same.
They all look bright, colorful. There's no filters on any, like, well, I mean,
but
there's
it's not
filters,
even
but it's
not
like,
even that bothers me. It's like everything looks sort of cheap. Like it looks like
Stepford Wives.
Yeah, but not the movie Stepford. Like
no, like real life. Like everything's cookie cutter bright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't get. There's no illusion of like this is a different. It doesn't feel like a window into another one.
Okay, so did you think? Question though, did you think The Babysitter had this same Netflix effect?
Yes.
Okay.
Not as bad. Not as bad.
Okay, so here's an interesting
as the
fact.
Ryan Murphy show. Okay.
Here's an interesting fact that I read after watching the film, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Wasn't intended as a Netflix film. It was filmed and intended to be released in theaters, and then Netflix picked it up.
But that's so crazy to me because then why does it look like that?
I know. That's what's funny is it looks exactly like a
you
Netflix
noticed
film.
it, right? Like it's not just me being like a snob about film and how it should look.
But it does have moments in it though that I think are a little more theatrical than Netflix films.
I agree with that. I think honestly, I also think over time Netflix has actually gotten worse. Like I think you can go back and look at some of the early stuff and there's like really high production value there. Mm-hmm. Like even a show like Sense8, like that.
Oh God, I forgot how much
beautiful.
you loved that show.
But that's not my point. Is like it looked great. Like everything about that show looked great. But again, you have like a Wachowski doing it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you don't have like a TV director doing it. So it's not that. That sounds so negative, but there's a difference.
There is.
When you watch someone who knows their craft and is more of a gun.
There are
for
filmmakers and there are directors, and they're not always the same thing. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times they're not.
Yeah. By the way, you're right about Babylon.
I know.
Not that I doubted you, but oh, she was in Bill and Ted. She
was in Bill and Ted.
I think she's one of the daughters.
That's hilarious. Do you know that she's Hugo Weaving's niece?
No way. I see.
Yeah.
I always think of Hugo. Speaking of the Wachowskis, I always think of Hugo Weaving every time I see her name, but I didn't think she was related.
Well,
to
it's
them.
funny because I was like, really? And then I was like thinking about how their faces look, and I was like, yeah, actually, like they do actually have like very similar face shapes.
But for a while, I was convinced that Emily Rudd was Paul Rudd's daughter or something.
Emily Rudd, who's that?
She's on the live action One Piece. I don't know if you've seen her.
Oh, no, I want to watch it. It's good, right? Even though it's a Netflix show.
I haven't watched it.
I've heard great things.
But I see clips of her because she's very cute. And I thought she was like related to Paul Rudd for so long, but she has no relation to Paul Rudd. So I thought it was a similar situation where like Samara Weaving, not related to Hugo Weaving.
Julia.
Wait, what is his name? Hugo?
Hugo Weaving. Hugo.
It is Hugo. Okay. I don't know why all of a sudden that felt weird for me to say.
This is an embarrassing one, but I thought Julia Louis-Dreyfus was married to Richard Dreyfuss for years.
Well, she does have that dash in there, right? So like,
yeah. So I thought for sure that they had been married forever, and there's definitely no connection between them.
There's so much nepotism in Hollywood. I mean,
you never know.
It's a safe bet. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, let's talk about The Babysitter.
Yes.
Let me, real quick, we're going to do things a little bit differently, I think. I have a bunch of facts here, and I just want to go through them real quick.
Do it.
Babysitter, a horror comedy, came out in 2017, directed by Mick G, who is like...
He's a music video guy, right?
He was, but he also directed the Charlie's Angels movies with Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
Back in the day. Writer Brian Duffield, who also wrote Underwater with Kristen Stewart. Did you ever see that movie?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
And also Love and Monsters, which is sort of very similar to this movie as far as like his ideas of guys that have crushes on beautiful women. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it was like a post-apocalyptic thing where like monsters took over the world and everyone lived underground, and he has to like go find his girlfriend in a different underground place. Anyway, starring Samara Weaving, Judah Lewis, Hane May Lee, Robbie Amell. I don't know how to say his last name. Do you know?
No.
Okay. Bella Thorne and King Batch.
King Batch?
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, he was like a Vine guy. He was like on Vine back in the day.
Nice.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I thought that'd be cool to start that way.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Maybe we should start like putting in like Metacritic score in here too, just so people have that.
Isn't it like
a
6.7?
I don't know. I didn't
IMDb,
look at it.
I'm pretty sure. I don't look at Rotten Tomatoes because I think Rotten Tomatoes is stupid.
No, that's why I gotta look at Metacritic.
What's Metacritic is what I should check out?
They apply weights to like certain critics, so like certain critics' opinions are worth more than others.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so it's not just like, and it's not binary, right? So it's not like it's either good or bad, and that equals the percentage. It's more of a like.
We should definitely start including this, but since we don't have the numbers right now, I will tell you that it's like a 6.7 on IMDb.
Yeah, but that's people ratings.
That's true.
Those are just user ratings. But I think that's around probably.
We'll pull up the Metacritic rating real quick. Let's find out. If we're doing this, let's just do it.
It's going to feel like this is super quick, but it's not going to be. Let me see. What's this called? It has a 6. No, that's user review. Huh. It doesn't even have a Metacritic. There's only 4 people reviewed this movie, apparently, according to Metacritic.
I don't think it got a lot of views. I didn't see it until
I wonder if this is like
COVID.
Before Netflix was like big enough for like a lot of critics to actually like write reviews about the movies or whatever.
Fair.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But also like when this movie came out, I don't know how popular it was. I know that I didn't find out about it until a while after it had come out. And then it was
Plus, like, there was a sequel, so I had to do somewhat.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Anyway, so you've seen this movie before. I just watched it for the first time last night.
So what'd you think? So there's some points you enjoyed, but mostly low notes for you.
Well, this movie feels weird to judge because I think it has this vibe to it, like it's like a student film. It has like this vibe to it, like clearly someone who wrote this movie like loves movies and wanted to be a writer, and like there's a lot of like his influence and what he likes in this movie, right? Obviously there's a lot of references to other movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. It doesn't feel like big corporation studio just like trying to get every trend jammed into a cookie cutter movie. It feels like, oh no, actually a movie fan actually wrote this and is probably passionate about the script.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I just think that it's a cheap movie and it's enjoyable if you just like put it on and you have nothing to watch and like, whatever, this is fine.
What were you saying about?
I don't want to, like, I know you like it so much, so I feel bad about like,
I will tell you, I mean, I hadn't watched this movie in probably 4 years. I know I made Chloe watch it right when we first got together. So yeah, it's probably been 4 years since I've seen it. And following Ready or Not up with this, I see similarities. Obviously it's not like the exact same storyline, but there's a lot of similarities. But one is like, you see watching them back to back the cheapness of Netflix movies versus theatrical releases.
Yeah. It's
like very apparent, especially when you follow the theatrical release with the Netflix release.
Yeah. But like low budget for me is fine. I think there's I don't know how to describe it. Like I was cringing a lot. Like I was like not like watching, first of all, the relationship between her and the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I like it overall. Like I can see what they're doing. Obviously this has been done before, sort of thing, right? Where the kid has like a crush on her and she's like the girl that every guy wants. You know what I mean? Like that bullshit. But it was so cringy to me, some of their conversations. And I couldn't put it if it was because of the acting delivery, was it the writing, was it the filmmaking, was it all of it? But again, I'm trying not to be harsh on it because like I think this is a movie that you just put on because like you're bored and like this looks fun and it is fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it is fun. Like there's also like actually a couple like really great moments in this movie, but it doesn't feel like a complete thought. And a lot of like the characters just not, and see, I feel like I'm being too harsh on it because of what it is, but like a lot of the characters are very inconsistent. Like this kid is supposed to be smart and nerdy, but then he's like using a knife on his model car to like operate on it. And then he like, do you know what I'm saying? And then like, he's overly confident. Well, no, but like then he's like overly confident.
What kind of fucking genius uses a kitchen knife on a model car?
He's just jamming it in there. But he's also overly confident suddenly out of nowhere. And I don't think the film does a good job of like,
it doesn't earn the payoff.
Showing. Yeah. He doesn't like, I don't see the steps that went from like fearful, over nervous kid to like super confident kid.
I think the intention was kind of that scene with Max chasing him but also kind of being like trying to pep him up into being a man and being like, good one, buddy, blah, whatever, like I think that was supposed to be like a transitional moment for him.
But he's also very confident in that moment.
That's true.
I mean, the minute they get him tied up to that chair and he's like, why is that guy's shirt? Why doesn't that guy wearing a shirt?
That actually was really funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, but like he's so confident already. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like wisecracking. Like he was terrified a second ago. He fainted apparently in his room, even though I thought he was maybe drugged. I didn't realize why he fell over. Again, I'm trying not to be harsh, but like you're asking me what I thought, and I feel like this movie feels like, you know how like influencers make songs sometimes? And
you're like, it's fine, but there's a reason why like, certain people I guess this is a song. Singers.
That's how I feel about this movie. And there are a lot of influencers in the movie. It's like the influencers made a movie to me. Am I being an asshole? I don't know.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about that?
I like this new rapport we have going where you're the critic and I'm like, it's great.
I don't hate the movie. Like here's the thing. I'm trying to like just set expectations. Like this movie, if I look at it
when I was watching it last night, I was like, okay, doesn't hold up to what I remember. And I was like, Ben will think it's fun, but he's not going to think it's good.
Yes. Like I wasn't like, oh, I wish I didn't watch that. What a waste of my time.
Should we start doing that with movies that neither of us have seen? Each write one line about what we think the other person will think about it, and then share at the opening.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I like that a lot, actually. That would be fun.
Okay. So I love a good coming of age horror. As we're like doing this and we're like really like and I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to see certain movies, and I'm hating The Terrifier.
Yes.
I'm realizing what shapes my love of horror. And it's actually horror comedy and coming of age stories. Like, even the Scream movies, when they get outside of like the high school setting, I don't enjoy them as much as the high school setting. And, I love that this is a coming of age. Like, I love it because it's one of the best coming of age movies ever, not because it's like an amazing.
You loved It, the movie, not It as in this movie we just watched.
The movie, yes. Stephen King's It. I guess that's why everybody refers to it as Stephen King's It.
Yeah. In the marketing, they're like, this is going to be confusing for people.
I really like the main kid. I think he's
I love the main kid.
Like the scene when he gets caught looking at her boobs and his reaction shot.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Because it's hilarious. And I would get caught looking at her boobs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, all my notes are like, she's so hot. I wish she was my babysitter. Like this is the whole point that makes this movie fun is you're like, this woman is so beautiful. She's so dangerous. She could kill me. Why am I so attracted to her?
I agree. I think for me, it's like, I'm being harsh because I'm being asked to be critical of the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I'm looking at it there. I think it feels like sort of like an 80s movie in a way. But again, it feels like a student film where it's like, it's almost that.
What's the one where they make the geeks make the girl out of their computer?
Yeah, Weird Science.
Weird Science. It feels like that in ways.
Right, but just not. But now, and I was actually thinking about it while I was watching. I was like, what could you do to make this movie feel like? What about those movies in the 80s felt more like a real movie than this does? Do you know what I mean? And I couldn't quite figure it out. And I think part of it is like, and this is boring. I apologize. This tangent I'm on.
No, not at all. I'm interested.
I think they considered casting a lot more. They were more interested in depicting some sort of style, whether it be the outfits that the people had on, the casting of it, the music that was being played, even the environment itself. Like I think about a movie like Empire Records that is like objectively probably not a good movie, but it has so much iconic visuals and the casting was so good and the clothing that they were wearing were so good.
I have to throw in a hot take real quick right here because I didn't know this until after we did this episode and I was so bummed to not have it for the episode. In Scream 5, Liv, the chick who gets shot in the face, who's Mason Gooding's girlfriend. Her name is Liv after Liv Tyler, and her outfit, the long sleeves and the plaid skirt, is Liv Tyler's outfit from
That's cool.
Empire Records.
From Empire Records. That's dope. But I can picture that. See, I can picture that outfit in my head. I couldn't tell you what any of those people were wearing except for maybe Samara Weaving.
And the
cheerleading.
The cheerleading outfit, but it's like the most basic cheerleading outfit.
Exactly. And so like I think I just think that there's a lot of work that goes into making these stories that are like nostalgic and sort of like, remember those things we used to love? Here's a movie that's similar to that. Mm-hmm. But there's less of a emphasis on trying to figure out the visual impact, or I don't even know how to say it. You know what I mean? But like nothing about this movie is memorable visually.
Yeah. I just read in the trivia that, in the IMDb trivia where I like to spend too many hours, I read that in the original draft, Max, the like tough guy, like had dreadlocks, and like the cheerleader's secret thing was that she wanted to be a journalist, which actually would have been like, I think, funnier.
They put that in the movie.
They did put that
in the movie.
That's right.
Yeah, she says it to him right before she attacks him, and he's like, "Oh, you could totally be a journalist. You'd be so good at that."
What it is, I think she was swapped. Like the characters were swapped with her and the other girl. It was something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
what was your point, though?
Basically, so I was reading like, so basically they went and they took how these different characters were written and intentionally tried to then make them more of horror tropes.
I think that's where they maybe
like they were like, we're making fun of this, so let's make them tropes, but it didn't hit that they were necessarily making fun of it, so it just seemed like another ripoff of a million fucking movies.
Yeah. Yes, and I think to my point earlier, where I was like, this feels like it was written by someone who clearly likes, who was more playing homage to the things that he loves than like a studio chasing trends. Mm-hmm. But in this case, it seems like maybe someone stepped in and was like, no, let's make it more obvious, like looking. And that sort of, to me, maybe it would have been better if there was more like original looks to these characters or like personalities or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But also the casting, like it does seem like, and this will be the last like real rant that I go on, but they cast a bunch of people that were influencers and what I think they thought were like what young people like. I don't know. It's more of a transactional business decision. I felt like casting who they cast than actually thinking about the character like on the page and who would be great and memorable for that. For a lot of them, not for everybody, obviously. I think the kid was great. Samara Weaving's great. And there were some great jokes that a lot of the cast delivered fine, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know. I don't hate this movie. I think it's fun, but I guess I'm just trying to set expectations to when people watch it. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it could have been maybe better.
Well,
could have.
Yeah.
And I think part of what's great about this movie is like, it's one of those movies that you might just like discover that no one talks about. And you're like, oh, this is fun. Why doesn't no one talk about this movie? Like, this is cool. But
I remember the first time I saw it. I really loved it.
Yeah.
But I also think horror comedy hadn't made as much of a resurgence as it has recently. Yeah. And so when you think about this coming out before Ready or Not, and like the Scream movies had gotten darker. Like what was doing horror comedy really then?
Yeah. And I don't think it's bad in that sense. Like I think, did you see that movie Killer? What was it called? You know the one where she like time travels? It's like a slasher movie, but she time travels back to like her mom when she was in high school. It's like Back to the Future meets like a slasher movie. What was it called?
No idea what you're talking about.
It was some Amazon thing, but it was like a similar thing where it was like, this is fun. And I think they're doing something kind of clever, but the execution just seemed cheap.
Yeah.
Or not as. Anyway, I don't want to sit here and just bash this movie. Let's talk about like things that you liked about this movie and like why you like it and specific moments. Yeah.
I mean, my most favorite scene in this whole movie is the two of them watching the movie on the garage and acting out the scenes together.
Dude, I love that, by the way.
It's such a great moment.
I was also like, why haven't I ever projected a movie on the back of my house? Like, I need to be doing that.
That scene is by far my favorite scene in the movie. I think that's the one scene in it that really feels like inventive, not point and shoot.
Yeah. I like how it comes back later too.
Yeah.
She also seems very genuine in this scene. Like, it seems like she like cares about this kid.
It is such a good moment. You know, I've been thinking a lot because our Ready or Not episode came out this morning and we talked so much about over-explaining. And I listened to our episode and I was thinking about it, and it's like, it's just crazy how like, you know, when we were kids studying writing, everything we were constantly told is show, don't tell. Show, don't tell.
For movies.
And it seems stuff like that's been completely thrown out, and it's like tell, and then tell it 5 more times, which is so obnoxious. And I think that what is so special about this scene is that without talking about their relationship at all, it shows so much about their relationship.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is before like the mandate from Amazon of having to constantly tell audience what's going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to go back and watch movies from Netflix's past. Also, if you were, you know, what you were saying about it not actually being a Netflix movie at first and then them like buying it or whatever. Well, at what point did they just start to like mandate this? And really why? Like, did they feel like they weren't getting the viewership and they were like, well, maybe if we made things easier to follow, people wouldn't stop watching? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder when that happened and to see, because I feel like there were lots of stuff, randomly bringing up Sense8 again, not a show that held your hand at all.
Yeah.
Right? Very confusing if you're not paying attention. And then suddenly now everything is like what you're saying. But I want you to talk more. I feel like I'm talking too much and I'm just bashing the shit out of this movie that I actually enjoyed.
Okay. So
yeah,
before the parents left, before we get this great scene of them watching the movie, I hated the scene when the parents were leaving the house.
The POV scene?
Yeah, they're talking to the camera. I fucking hated that.
Yes. I was like, why are we doing this randomly?
That was like the most distracting take me out of the movie shot in the whole thing.
Yeah. I didn't understand like what the intent of that scene was, because it's like usually when you flip into POV, there's a purpose to it, right? Like you think about Halloween in the opening scene where it's all from his perspective, right? As he's killing people, like that adds that, you're in the killer's eyes. That's like an extra layer there. But this, I was just like, what is this adding here? I don't understand. Like
Yeah, it didn't add anything. It was like, let me have fun with camera angles, but it was so.
There was a couple moments like that, like when they would like put text on the screen that was like, what was it? It was a pocket knife.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Or like the 10 and 2 thing when he grabbed the steering wheel. I was like, it'd be funny if you just said 10 and 2. I don't need to see a clock in the steering wheel. Like that just seems redundant.
Well, for all the 12-year-olds who were watching this movie who don't know how to drive yet.
Maybe we're just not the demographic for this movie. I
do think this is probably intended for a younger audience. I think this is definitely intended for like the 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty graphic though.
Yeah, but it's silly graphic.
Yeah. When they stabbed that guy in the head, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Here's where all the budget is right here.
I love that this kid's like introduction to my babysitter is evil is literally watching her stick 2 swords through that dude's head. Like there's no like hand holding into she might actually be a bad person. It's like, oh, she is awful.
Did you see that? Here's what I thought was happening. Because I remember seeing this trailer way back in the day, like in literally 2017 or whatever when this movie was originally coming out. And they make it seem like, I don't remember, but my thought was like they needed the kid's blood.
Mm-hmm.
So which I guess they did need it, but my whole thing was like, I thought they were going to kill this guy. End up, he's not like a virgin, which is what they needed. And then they were going to go, I guess we can kill the kid who's like saw this anyway. And they were going to go after his blood in that same way. But then it was like, oh no, we just mix your blood with anybody's blood. And I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was expecting them to like completely just go after him instead of like, we're just going to take a syringe and just take a little bit of his blood out. And then the movie's more about him not telling the cops what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was wrong. But let's talk, like, did you know that was going to happen? Did you like, what, like this lead up to this murder?
I had no idea what this movie was about the first time I watched it, which I think is
so you just started it up and you were like,
a friend was over who was like, have you seen this movie? And I was like, no. And they were like, do you know what it is? And I was like, no. And they were like, oh my God, we have to watch it right now. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I went in completely blind, which made it very enjoyable.
What do you feel about like what are some standout moments for you?
Not in a good way, but in a constantly distracting way for me. Every time they shot something outside by the house, I was like, why the fuck is this house so tall? Like it is the weirdest tall house I've ever seen. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what
why are there so many spiders in the basement that are huge?
Right? What the fuck was that? If I
like
had
have to call like
if I had that in my fucking under my house, do you know how many exterminators would be at my house?
You're not calling exterminators. You're calling like animal control.
I would be listing my house and moving. No fucking way.
These were the biggest spiders I've ever seen in my life.
What do you think of that scene with him hiding in the crawl space? I thought that one was like kind of a fun little.
I like that scene.
I liked the shot of him under the like cloth or sack or whatever it was. Sometimes I feel like that doesn't pay off because it's too obvious that there's a camera under there with you. And this one kind of had that, but I was focused enough on the kid's like reaction that I wasn't like.
Yeah, I like that scene.
Yeah.
There was suspense and tension there, unlike Ready or Not too.
And I like that he blew the shit out of her.
I did too. When he sprays her with the bug thing and then first of all, I was like, good thing you grabbed that drill. Like this couldn't have been your plan. But I'm glad you got that drill.
Also, how did that not like catch the house on fire?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a firework. Do fireworks catch, like, I don't know. She caught on fire. I love how Max was like, did you kill her? Good for you, kid. Or whatever he was saying. I actually liked that a lot. Obviously, he was a psychopath. I didn't like him, but
he ended up being pretty funny.
He was pretty funny.
Yeah. Actually.
And I've seen that guy before. I think he was like on Arrow or something.
I had never seen him in anything, but I just read that he was in The Duff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
With
Forgot about
with
that.
Bella
I like that
Thorne.
movie. With who?
Bella Thorne was in it too.
Ella Thorne?
Bella Thorne, the
Oh,
other
Bella
chick in
Thorne was
this
in that.
movie.
Who the hell is Bella Thorne?
She was. I think
When I
she
was
a
reading the
Disney
cast, I
girl.
was like, that's Bella Thorne. Like I know I've heard that name a million times, but
Yeah.
I thought she was an influencer of some kind.
No, I think she was a Disney girly, but then when the Mileys and the Arianas and Zendaya's took flight, she got left behind and has been trying to claw her way back into the spotlight, but kind of has more of a Lindsay Lohan thing going than a Zendaya thing going.
Yeah, I liked that scene. I was almost sad to see him die. Though I guess he comes back in the sequel because I saw the cast for the sequel and they're all like in it. A lot of them are in it again. What's interesting about this movie is that it was on the blacklist.
Yeah, it was voted. I read that too, that it was like 2014's voted as one of the most popular unproduced scripts.
You know what's funny? The more of these these blacklist scripts that I get to see, every time I watch them, I'm like, that was unique. That was interesting, but I can see why it didn't get made. Like it's not exactly top tier. It's like, remember the one with Mel Gibson where he talked to his puppet with Jodie Foster?
Oh,
remember
the beaver?
One? Yeah. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like always these movies that are like, you're trying something and I appreciate that.
But you're just not next level in your craft.
It's exactly. It's just not. I get why.
What about wasn't
passed on?
I might be totally wrong on this, but wasn't the black phone on the blacklist? No, there's no fucking way because that was Stephen King's kid, so there's no way they wouldn't just produce his script. But I really feel like it was. But
wait, that was Stephen King's kid, Joe Hill?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Dude, we got to watch those movies because I love Joe Hill.
I haven't seen the second one.
I haven't even seen the first one.
You haven't seen The Black Phone?
No, it was one of those movies where, again, I'm so...
All right, well, now that we're not...
I was like, this is like a Netflix movie.
Now that we're... No, it is I'm pretty sure it's PG-13, so that's why I was like, I don't know.
Well, now that I know it's Joe Hill,
it was like the scariest PG-13 movie I've ever seen since What Lies Beneath. And also now that we have decided that for Scary Movie, we're doing the previous and one, we got some slots to fill. I think we should just do this right away because I haven't seen 2 and I've been dying to.
Okay, well, let's finish Babysitter first.
Yes, the thing that we're on.
Yes. No, I mean like this like we'll do the second one too, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's do those. Yeah, I love Joe Hill. Horns. I read that book back in the day. I was like, this is fucking
with
awesome.
They made it the Daniel Radcliffe movie.
They did. I never saw the movie.
I bought the book, but I never read it, but I saw the movie.
Yeah,
It's like his girlfriend gets murdered and then he grows.
And he gets blamed for it. Or not really, but then he grows horns and like anything he says, people do. So like he tells this one girl like not to stop eating donuts like at the very beginning. She just like keeps eating donuts and keeps eating donuts. And then like he tells these 2 cops to like go down on each other and they do. And like it's like
it's a little different from the movie.
I think that's what I heard. That's why I didn't watch the movie.
Now I want to read the book. I have it somewhere.
It's great. It's like Stand By Me meets I don't know, something supernatural. Because they also flash back to his childhood and like these people that he knew who are like his enemies now in the present. Like it's really cool. But he also did like the Lock and Key comic books, which I love.
I remember watching that show because you said you loved those comic books.
Yeah, but I didn't watch the show because I was like, there's no way they can do this justice.
Interesting. Okay, so back to the...
So back to the Babysitter. This is a blacklist script, which I find... Anyway, I went on my rant on that.
It would be interesting. I'd like to pull a list of like top performing movies that were blacklist scripts and see if they're all kind of fall into this like trope of like, it's decent.
Yeah.
It's 6s and 7s.
Yeah. To me, they're like 7s most of the time, right?
And I don't mind a good
and again,
6 or 7.
I'm being harsh on this movie because we have to be. I did not hate my time with this movie. What did you think about the neighbor girl and that whole like scene? See, I can't stop cringing while I'm watching this movie.
I think when he gets into the younger love story with her, it gets a little... It felt kind of like Halloween, like trying to like pay homage to Halloween with little Tommy hiding in the bathtub and with the little girl and whatever.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. It just...
Yeah. It was a little cringy for me.
It's just
I like how at the end, I like the payoff of it, but that specific scene in the bathroom, it plays very awkward and
yeah.
cringe.
Also, I think, like, I don't think he needed a new interest to like find his like manhood. Like, I think the better story would have been defeating his babysitter and finding that he didn't need that, and then in the next one finding like some sort of love interest, but not in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Why did all of the cultists attack him individually?
Yeah, where did they all go when they split up?
Where was Samara Weaving for like a good 15 minutes of this movie?
Well, she didn't want to kill him.
I guess she was cleaning the
evidence, yeah. Letting everybody do the dirty work because she didn't want to kill him. Did she or didn't she? Let's ask this question. Do we think
not clear
Samara Weaving actually, I think it was clear that the intention was to not kill him, but when it came down to
at first,
he knows we have to kill him, did she want to? Could she have done it?
I think, yeah, because I mean, she stalked him with that shotgun in the other house. Like, I was like, oh, when she walked, I thought the whole time, like, she's gonna be like, whatever, I just need your blood, and like, let's clean this up. Please don't tell the cops. And then she's gonna bail and go on the road or whatever. That'd be the end. But then when she's like looking for him with the shotgun in the neighbor's house, I'm like, okay, she wants to kill him.
No, that's like a fear tactic. Like, I've got the gun, so come with me. I have force.
I mean, I know she has that line later where she's like, I was just trying to scare you, but I'm like, okay, I was convinced you were trying to kill him at this point. So I don't know. And then she gets hit by that car. She's like,
I don't understand why he needed to take the car and launch it through
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's this whole setup of him like being afraid to drive with his dad at the very beginning, where he's like in the driver's seat and he's like, he turns the car on, then he turns it off. It's like, not today. I'm too scared. I'm too nervous. He's like, all right, buddy, we'll try. At least you turn the car on this time or whatever. And then at the end, so when he gets in the car and drives it, he's like overcoming his fear. And
but that whole setup and payoff didn't work for me because I first of all didn't believe that he wasn't willing to just try to drive once in the parking lot. I mean, I remember my first time driving and going down a hill and then my dad being like, turn right and be like, and almost wrecking the car. But I wasn't like, I'm not going to do this. See that. Every kid was like, yeah, let me try.
Yeah.
And so in an empty
a lot of his fears were not realistic to me.
Yeah.
Why is he getting a shot at school? Does that ever happen?
No. Did it used to? I feel like years ago in elementary school it did.
If you got a shot by the school nurse, let us know, because there's no way.
Yeah, did that happen? I don't know.
There's no way.
Also, I have a note. Tell me if you can tell me what this meant. I remember there was a reference to Alien somewhere.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. They have this cute moment where they're like, okay, your 5-man crew to take on the big bad or whatever, and they all have their like.
Oh, this is what my note says. Okay, I thought it said cis, but it says 5 is. Okay, my note says Ripley being 5 is ridiculous. Ripley should be way higher on the list.
Yeah,
100%.
Kirk and Picard first. Come on.
Yeah, fuck that.
Ripley is all you need, to be honest. Who else do you need? Just gonna be me and Ripley. I'll be safe.
Yes.
I like that conversation. She also listed the xenomorph. I think the hatchling or the face hugger. I forget what his was. His was really good though. What was his? I was like, perfect. Can't remember.
Truthfully, now. I didn't know half the references.
Really? I thought, my problem with that scene was like, these are the most obvious, like, nerds like Star Trek. Here's Captain Kirk.
There was no Star Wars in there.
There was no Star Wars.
No one was like, give me Chewie, give me Han Solo.
Yeah. The writers clearly
we're Trekkies fan.
And yeah.
Are there Trekkies who are Star Wars fans?
I'm sure nowadays, like, I don't know.
Does it change your perspective of this kid knowing, like, are the Trekkies the nerds and the Star Wars fans the like?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Like the cool kids are the ones that, yeah.
Okay.
Star Wars is cool. Star Trek is nerdy, even though it's both nerdy. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So, anyway, but Aliens, my favorite action movie of all time. That movie's so fucking good, man.
That movie is the reason I never wanted to be pregnant. I always thought of the scene of the scene, the alien popping out of his fucking chest.
Oh yeah, in the first one.
Yeah, And I was just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, because that's alien, right? And then there's aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that I was like, I'm good. I don't need to grow
Yeah.
anything inside of me.
Imagine if babies popped out of your chest.
I mean, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The circle of life. What else do we want to talk about?
What about the parents? I really like Ken. What's his last name?
Yeah, I like that guy. He was in like Party Down.
Yeah. My wife hates him
Yeah.
for some reason that I do not understand. She
Mm.
cannot stand him.
Some people just have that, you know?
I think he's hilarious, and I really like Leslie Bibb. And I think they were so underutilized as the biggest names in this movie.
Yeah.
Ken Marino, that's his name.
It did seem like random to have them in this movie. That's what I'm saying. This is like a shell. This is like a student film. It's like a shell of a really good movie that just like they could remake this movie and it could be great.
So what would you do to make it better?
I would change the obvious cringe dialogue. I would try to make their relationship a little bit more natural feeling, a little bit more strong. Like it is weird that it's almost like this writer wrote this when he was 14 and still had a babysitter. It feels like it was written by someone who's 19 years old. It doesn't feel like someone who is like.
But then doesn't that almost make the cringe dialogue more realistic?
Maybe no.
I mean, like think about. I'm pretty sure you don't hang out with a lot of teenage kids. I hope you don't.
I do not. Everyone, I do not.
But
hang out with teenage kids.
Having some teenage nieces and nephews, and like listening to the ways that they talk.
Yeah,
it is so cringe. It is so like.
I don't even mean like the way they're talking. It's more just like
bad writing.
It's just bad writing. And I think that I like something like we were talking about this, like Jennifer's Body, which is like feels more of a real movie. It's something about the feel of that movie, the look of that movie.
Yeah.
The way that they captured that movie. This doesn't have that sort of identity to it. Like we can sit here and say like, oh, it's a horror comedy with like, blah, but like,
do you think this is a ripoff of Jennifer's Body?
No, but I think it's in the same genre. You know what else bothered me? You know what really bothered me? They never fucking told us what everybody wanted.
One wanted to be a journalist.
No, like as their, I guess that's true, but like as their, like, what was her?
Yeah, we don't know what Samara Weaving wants.
No, I wanted to know so badly what they were committing this heinous act for. Like what the devil was going to give them. And they don't really explain anyone except for like the journalist thing, which like,
it actually would have been kind of.
How lame is that? If you're going to murder someone, like at least like ask for millions of dollars or something.
Just go with the Scream 4 trope and just be like, I want to be famous.
I just want to be famous. Yeah. Exactly. I want to be a journalist. Like, okay, study. I don't know what to tell you.
I did think that her wanting to be a journalist was funny, but I also just casting Bella Thorne. Sorry, Bella Thorne. I don't know you, but the choice made it already seem like we weren't taking characters seriously.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This felt like almost a movie.
Yeah, I see your point. I get that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hate, again, it's like a streaming movie. It would be like a straight to DVD movie.
Yeah.
It's like.
No, I think it has better quality than straight to DVD. It's
between a straight to DVD movie to or straight to video, however, whatever generation you're from. I don't know what you would call it today. And like a real big budget movie. It's like in the middle there somehow.
Which they call streaming.
I guess they call it streaming.
I'm curious now. I'm really curious to see what you're going to think of the second one because this is what
do you like the second one more or worse?
I like it less.
Because there's less Samara Weaving.
Yes, but then it was the first time I ever saw Jenna Ortega.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get all these people back. They all died. So
you'll find out. You'll find out next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is there anything else you want to talk? Let me look at my notes. I feel like all I've done is like fucking
rip it apart,
bash the shit out of this movie.
It's okay. It's a slasher bash.
It's a slasher. It's a slasher bash. We're bashing this. Look, again, if we're gonna like recommend this movie, I think like if you like horror comedies, like you might as well put this on. Netflix has these movies, right? That like there's nothing to watch. Let me watch this like movie that someone really like put their heart and soul into, but just like isn't as memorable. There's a movie called Metal Lords too, I think it's called. Have you ever seen that? Where like
Sure
These two
have
friends
not.
like are metal fans in high school, and they make a band, but they like have a falling out, and like they like get this girl who plays cello to be in the band, and like it's like another one of those movies that it's like not great, and the acting is fine, and it's shot fine.
It's funny. I was really excited for you to watch this one because I was like on a high from watching Ready or Not, and I remember
I
like
didn't dislike it. I want to
yeah
be clear. Like I'm criticizing because that's what
no, but here's
I
here's
have to
here's the
do.
thing though is like I think if we had watched these movies before Ready or Not, I think it's
Yeah.
harder to go like it's the same actress, similar
Mhm.
storyline. Like yes, it's different, but it's not. Uh, and I think it's hard to go from great production to fine production. You know, if we'd started fine production and gone to great production, I think you can appreciate it more. But once
Yeah.
you've had why
Yeah.
goo, why do you want a New York strip?
What'd you say?
Why goo?
Why goo?
Yeah.
Oh, like steak?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why goo? What the hell is
Yeah.
that?
Well, why do you want to go back from that?
I was imagining in my head, I was like, why? WHY? Goo, GOO. Why goo?
Why goo? Also,
Yeah.
do you know who her, I don't know if they're married or not, but do you know who her partner is? The dude
No.
who wrote Cocaine Bear, which people were like,
Who,
you've got to see this. It's
by the
so funny.
way,
And I thought that was so shitty.
the writer of this movie produced Cocaine Bear.
Interesting. It's all coming together.
They all like they all just like hire their friend, which is fine.
Yeah.
And cool,
I mean, I
but
would if
like,
I
yeah,
had these
exactly.
jobs. But I thought
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear was like a piece of shit. I did not
I
think
never
it was
saw
funny
it.
at all. I could not believe they
I feel
got
like-
so many people involved in it.
I feel like that was one of those movies where they were trying something like Snakes on a Plane, and it just didn't. Like it's supposed to be sort of like overly campy and like stupid, but it's just like, I think those movies only work when like it was an accident.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like something like Tremors, that's just like a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were going to make like, let's make something campy on purpose, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It has to be campy on accident in a way.
So would you
Anyway.
say, would you consider The Babysitter campy?
Yeah, there's some camp there. I think they obviously, it was made by people that love camp. Like I think obviously having the girl in the cheerleader outfit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, why would you go do like a satanic ritual in your cheerleader outfit? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's camp, right? Like him being able to drive a car through a building is camp. Like
The
them getting the blood sprayed in his face.
The
That's
image
camp.
of them all like kind of sitting in the circle, like starting their little like
The
ceremony.
spin the bottle thing.
Yes. But they're starting their ceremony thing and all of them and their campy tropes and whatever. And the way that the color, like the way it's lit and everything, to me it looks like the cover of a teenage horror novel.
Yeah, totally. Like remember when R.L. Stein did like those more mature young adult ones
Yes,
instead of
we
just
should actually.
Goosebumps?
Did you watch those movies?
Yeah, I did.
They were-
I like those movies.
They were good. We should do those.
Yeah,
The one with
I'm down
Sadie
with that.
Sink, I was like, whoa, this is way darker than I was
Emily
expecting.
Rudd's in that one. That's my new crush. Emily Rudd, who I was talking about earlier.
Paul Rudd's daughter, sister.
Yeah, she's not. She's not at all. But she's in that movie. What was that? Oh, camp. Oh, the spin the bottle thing. I did like that scene. I liked how she like went around the room and like kissed everybody differently. I thought that was fun.
I liked that too. Of course, I liked the lesbian kiss. But then when they like pulled the gun,
I was
out
like,
of her
I know
mouth-
why Maddie likes this movie. I don't need to watch anymore.
But when she took the
This
gum
is
out
the
of her mouth,
reason.
I was like, that's a big fucking wad of gum.
That's disgusting. Sharing gum grosses me out. I don't care if you just made out with the person. That's gross. It's a saliva sponge. Like, who wants that?
It's not even saliva. It's like cleaning off the gingivitis off your teeth
So then you get the gingivitis of somebody else
in your mouth. Yeah,
in your
you're
mouth.
not getting that kissing. You're only getting that sharing gum.
Ugh. Exactly. That's why gum sharing is disgusting.
Do you think we can get a Crest commercial off of this?
Maybe. Yeah. I wish that was, I don't know. That could have been a really cool scene. Like if they did a little bit more with it.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous, but if like Tarantino wrote that scene, there'd be steps to it. There'd be like a fun moment and then like a sort of like weird moment, then a scary moment, and then the death. It wouldn't just be like spin the bottle and I'm going to kiss everyone and then you're dead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like so brushed over. They could have actually made that hit a little bit harder and be more memorable than it was as a scene.
Mm-hmm.
you know? And that kiss went on forever.
Yeah, I did not mind it.
There got to a point where it was like, I feel sort of like, like I shouldn't be watching this. This seems a little personal now. It's going on for a long time.
Yeah, but it wasn't that passionate. You can tell that they were acting.
They're not gay.
Yeah, unfortunately. Although Bella Thorne's bisexual, so props to her.
Is she the one that she kissed? I don't even
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
She's the gingivitis. Cut that out.
You think that's why her last name is Thorn? Like a rose has thorns and roses are red?
Probably.
That was a crazy connection. So overall,
this movie has
give your final thoughts.
One great scene.
No, give your real thoughts.
No, I'm serious. This movie's fun. It's fun. I would give it like a 5 or a 6. What pushes it to like 6.5, 7-ish is just that one fucking scene that I love. Like that scene is so.
Oh, you're talking about, okay. I'm still stuck.
Not the kiss. No, not the kiss. The lesbian kiss is not what takes it to the top for me. I'm talking about the projection of the film on the garage.
Yeah.
Them acting with each other.
Yeah.
That one scene is one of my like favorite scenes. I don't know. I just really love that scene.
It just makes you love Samara Weaving.
It makes me love the kid. It makes me love her. It makes me love film. It makes me love people who appreciate film. It makes me want to go in my backyard and like it captured so many things in one. It was smart.
Yeah.
It was I just loved it. And
I did, yeah.
If the movie had hit that note more, it'd be maybe an 8. But you know, it's like a solid 6.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like I think it's hard to criticize this movie because it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they
and I don't think it's trying to be anything that
exactly.
else, you know?
This was the result that we got was the ambition of the project. Like I don't think anyone was trying to do.
Let's make a low budget, funny, campy horror that has a Netflix production, and we can. The one thing that I really don't get though is if you're gonna pay for Ken Marino and Leslie Bibb, use them. They are hilarious. Use them.
Yeah, and the jokes they had were not that funny. Like she's in the basement trying to get the spiders. I'm like, is this supposed to be funny?
Yeah, no, they were not used well at all for how much.
Mom, do you think I'm a pussy? I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, do you know what that means? And the idea that the kid didn't know what a pussy was. He
did though.
He did? Okay. I must have been drunker than I thought last night.
Didn't I? No, maybe I misread that scene. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a 6. You know, you get what you get out of this movie, and I don't think you're going to be bored. I think you'll probably be entertained. And what I like about this movie is I think a lot, like what we talked about last week, like a lot of the mediocre movies get hailed as like this great movie. I think this is what it is, and you'll like it if you like horror comedy.
And that's the thing. I don't think anybody's going to watch this and be like, I fucking hated that movie.
Exactly.
It's not a great movie, but I think you watch it and you're like, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Maybe you forget about it in a week.
But but it's not like something where like it's not polarizing. Like it's an enjoyable film.
Yeah, I agree. And Samara Weaving's great. The kid's great. Yeah.
I feel like it was just her start stepping into her Ready or Not role.
Yeah.
Also, I did catch that she goat belted in this. So
did she?
It was not symbolic in Ready or Not. She just.
That's too bad because I love that theory.
She just belts.
She just sounds like a goat.
Yep.
And she is the goat.
She is. When it comes to horror screams, man, she's the goat for me.
They didn't show her die though, did they?
No, and apparently I missed this, but apparently after the credits, there's like a scene of her.
You know, I was like fast forwarding to see if there was like a mid-credit scene, and I guess I didn't go far enough because I was like, oh, there isn't one, and I just turned it off.
Yeah, apparently there is, but I didn't see it. I've never seen it.
All right, yeah, that's it. Well, maybe this will continue into the sequel talk.
Maybe it will. Maybe we won't. We'll see what we come up with when we scrap this shit together. Because listen, kids, you're not going to hear this, but we had a couple of long, distracting conversations.
Tangents.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody for. I guess you should sign off. You're the host of this one.
Thanks for listening. We had fun.
It was fun.
We have
Totally.
fun.
Yeah.
And so
I had fun, and I had fun watching it.
I hope you had fun too. Until next time. Peace out.
That was so meditative. That outro. Very soothed. Okay. Later.
Dope. Bye.